Okay, class 6/5, this is your test review. It's going to give you these fractions, and it's going to tell you, well, put them in order from least to greatest. Well, I'm going to tell you right here, look, 5/5, what is that? That's going to be 1. Okay, is any of these improper? No, so this one's going to be the greatest, because it's a whole number, 1. Now, to compare these, we need to have common denominators. What could a common denominator be? 12? Yes. So let's rewrite them as with a common denominator of 12. Okay, 3 times 4 is 12, so 4 times 1 is 4. 6 times 2 is 12, so 3 times 2 is 6. That's a 4. And then 4 times 3 is 12, so 3 times 3 is 9. So now we can put them in order, right? We have, from least to greatest, they're almost in order. We have 4/12, then 6/12, then 9/12, and then 5/5, because that means 1, right? So that's how you would do that. Now it says you have the improper, make this a mixed number. So what you do is you divide the denominator into the numerator. So let's do that right here. 5 can go into 9 once. That's 5. How many do I have left over? 4. So it's 1 4/5. Bam. Done. All right, now this one's a little bit tricky. It says that 12 inches equals a foot, 3 feet equal a yard, so 3 yards equals how many inches? What? Okay, first of all, if there are 3 feet in a yard, let's figure out how many inches are in a yard. So 3 times 12 would be 36. So there are 36 inches in a yard. Now we want to know 3 yards. So we're going to take 3 times 36, right? Because we have 3 36s. So let's do that. We get 18, 9 plus 1, 108 what? Inches are in 3 yards. On this one, they just wanted you to write this number. They're going to have it all in words. It's going to say 12 and, that's your decimal, 21 hundredths. That's all you have to do. Just make sure if it's hundredths that your number ends in the hundredth spot. And means the decimal. Okay? Now here, it is going to, what does it ask you? I've forgotten. Shame on me. Oh no, wait, here's your test, way over here, sorry, delay, oh no. Okay, so on this one, it says which digit is in the hundredth place? Oh, well, I just told you over here where the hundredths are, right? So which digit is in the hundredth place? The 5, because that's 123 and 45 hundredths. Now, number 6, it shows you this grid, and this is a 10 by 10, so there are 100 little cubes in here, right? So it wants you to tell you that as a fraction, what is the shaded part? Well, all I did was count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then one less than 90, so it's 89. 89 over what? 100. So as a fraction, for A, would be 89 over 100. This makes everything so much easier because B, as a decimal number, if I divide 89 by 100, I'm going to write it this way. This decimal point, every whole number has a decimal point to the right, is going to move to the left as many places as I have zeros. So how many zeros do I have? 1, 2. So if I have 89 divided by 100, this decimal is going to go to the left because we want to know how much is left. 2 places. Bam, bam. So 89 over 100, it's 89 hundredths, right? So look, 89 hundredths. 9 is in the hundredth place. And then lastly, as a percent, it is, if I take 0.89 and I multiply by 100, what am I going to get? I just had it up there. Yeah, 89 what? Percent. Okay? Now, this one, 2,624. It wants you to round it to the nearest hundred. So it's 2,624 closer to 2,600 or 2,700? Well, is this number here less than 5? Yes, it is. So then to round it to the nearest hundred, it would just be 2,600. And that's it. Here they want you to compare 1.2 to 1.20. Guess what? You don't even have to have that 0 there, right? It's just 0. It's nothing. So 1.2 and 1.2, what would it be? Yes, of course, equal. Easy peasy. All right. Number 9 says divide 931 by 30. So I have it all set up. 30 goes into 931 how many times? I don't know. Well, how many times would 3 go into 9? 3. So how many times would 30 go into 93? 3, right? Because that would be 90. Now I'm going to drop my 3, drop that 1. Oh, how many times could 30 go into 31? Once. You get 30, and you have 1 left over. Okay? Here you go. Now they're going to ask you to add, and they're going to ask you to add money, so you need to make sure all your decimal points are lined up. Have to be in a line. So 7 plus 8 is what? 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 5 is what? 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 4 is what? 8. Put your dollar sign. Okay, if you don't have your dollar sign, it's not right. I'm that picky. Okay, here we go. Now we have a subtraction. Still money, so let's just put our dollar sign right here, right now, so we know what we're doing. All right, can I take 8 away from 4? No. So I'm going to borrow this one here and make that a 14. Well, that's a silly looking 14. Make that a 14. So 14 minus 8 is 6. Can I take 6 away from 0? No. Borrow this one, put it here, put my decimal place there. 10 minus 6 is what? 4. Nothing over here, so I have 46 cents. There's my dollar sign. Now they're going to ask you to add. And look, you have to line up the decimals. They did that on the test. They did all the hard work for you. You just have to imagine there's a 0 here, right? So 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry the 1. Here we have 2 8s, right? 7 plus 1 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. So 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry the 1. And we have 10. That easy. Here, again, they lined it up for you on the test. Just make sure that decimal place is in the same part. Let's just imagine there's zeros here. 7 minus nothing is 7. 6 minus nothing is 6. 3 minus 4, whoop, can't do it. Borrow. Put the 4 there. 13 minus 4 is 9. 4 minus 1 is 3. So there you go. 3 and 967 thousandths. All right, multiplying. Now multiplying, we're going to count our decimal places in our whole answer. So watch what I mean. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry the 3. 6 times 4 is 24, 25, 26, 27, right? And I suppose we could do 6 times 0 is 0 if you want to do that, but it's going to be silly because we only have to go in 2 decimal places, right? And we're talking about money, so we're not going to have 0, 2, but we are going to have our dollar sign. So 6 times 45 cents is $2.70. Count the decimal places. I have 2 places here, so I need to have 2 places in my answer. All right, I'm going to stop the video here. I will come back part 2 because that's the way YouTube wants it to work. So I'll see you in a minute.